This is COVID-19, the virus that lives on, hosted by Pauline Dulang.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our series on COVID-19 called COVID-19, the virus lives on. Today, I'm joined with Dorothy Chambers, who is a retired teacher. How are you, Miss Chambers?
Hi.
Doing well. Awesome. So I have a couple of questions for you, and we're just going to engage in a little bit of discussion. Are you ready?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. So my first question for you is, what are some fears of parents who are hesitant to vaccinate their children?
Well, I think that some of the fears are that it's new and they don't know what the long-term effect is.
Mhm.
And another fear might be that they just don't know about the vaccine. They're unaware of it.
Right, right. Okay. So what is your response to those fears then?
Well, because I'm older, I feel that, years ago when we took the polio vaccine, it was just something that we knew that would help to keep you from getting polio. And so we took the vaccine as well as the other vaccines that we had to take. We didn't question it as much.
Mhm.
And so I really don't have any fears about the vaccine. I just feel that if it's going to help you keep from getting sick, then you need to take it.
Rightfully so. In your experience, what are some things that parents have told you regarding their children and the vaccine?
Well, some of them, like I said before, because it hasn't been tested, they're afraid to take it because they wonder what the long-term effects will be. Some parents, they feel because of religious reasons, they don't take the vaccine. And then I find that there is a language barrier with some of the people from other countries. And that's probably the reason that they're afraid to take the vaccine
Yeah.
because they don't understand it.
Yeah. What about some things that parents who have had their children vaccinated, what are some of the things that they say about it?
Well, I think the parents that have had their children vaccinated, they feel more comfortable and they feel good because they feel that they are protecting their children, because in some cases there are people that they are familiar with. The parents have had the vaccine, and in some cases, some of the parents have died.
Oh, wow.
And so they feel safe that they've had the vaccine.
Mhm. Do you think parents will get their children vaccinated now that it's been approved for children under the age of 5?
I do.
Yeah. Why so?
Well, the people that have had the vaccinations, I feel they will. Now, people that haven't taken the vaccine themselves, you still might have a problem with those people taking the vaccine.
Yeah, and you did bring up a good point earlier about education. I'm sure most people don't even know that it's now recently available for children under 5 too.
Yes.
So there's the whole language barrier and the educational aspect of it. What are we doing to reach out to those people who don't necessarily keep up to date with this information as well?
Well, as far as reaching out, I feel that in some cases I've read that they've had interpreters meet with those groups
Mhm.
and have explained the procedure and why they should take it. And I think that's encouraging some of the people from other countries to take the vaccine.
Mhm. Yeah. And then our last question for today, now that summer is almost over, can you believe it? What are your suggestions in helping keep our kids safe as they prepare to go back to school? What new realities are we facing, and how do we help them adjust to make their learning experience as smooth as possible?
Well, I feel where I worked, we were just, the COVID started, I guess it was in March of 2020. And so we were everyone had to wear masks, and it was just mandated throughout the school. And there were posters put up, and the students were given masks, and they were given masks when they went out. Well, they were given masks, and when they went out for recess, they had a little bag that they would put their mask in. And after recess, before they came back in the building, they would put their mask back on. So they were safe. But now, so far, I haven't heard that I think it's an option now. But I'm not sure by the time school starts, if the numbers keep going up, they may mandate the students to wear masks again.
Mhm.
But I feel that the kids can adjust to it. And, you know, there wasn't a problem because everyone in the school, all the staff, encouraged the students to wear masks.
Mhm.
There was something else that I was thinking of. The concern that I have, one concern that I might have, the same as before, is for religious reason. Sometimes it was more difficult to get, well, those parents maybe
Yeah.
didn't get the vaccination. And then maybe for if they had existing health conditions, that was part of the other question that you asked. But I think with the COVID beginning to increase again, the parents should follow some of the safety precautions by, if they should maybe avoid going out in large groups or without their mask. They should encourage the wearing of the mask as so that they can keep their children safe. And I just read that I think in Lincoln, in some segment, they were encouraging wearing of the mask again.
Mhm. Yeah. Do you think that might happen again in Omaha too?
If it keeps increasing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then lastly, what are like the best preventatives then for kids going back to school?
Well, I think even though it's an option, I think as long as the COVID is beginning to rise again, I think you should encourage your child to wear a mask to school and to wash their hands frequently, and encourage them to do some of those safety factors that they had to do at the end of last year to stay safe.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Those are all good things. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your insight and experience. And thank you for watching. We appreciate you for being here, and we can't wait to see you next time.
This has been COVID-19, the virus that lives on, hosted by Pauline Dulang. If you'd like to leave suggestions, email us at ewcfacts@gmail.com. That's ewcfacts@gmail.com. This has been an EWC Communication production.